Just before this video starts, make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy, and subscribe if you haven't already. Anyways, let's get into the video.
Competing in the NASCAR Toyota Series, but a big wreck on the front stretch.
Ben Kennedy slides out of line and slams the outside wall.
Still got him coming here. Just hold on, you're okay. Brakes. You okay, Ben?
Much like his 2014 season, this Talladega race was pretty tough for Kennedy. After making contact with John Hunter Nemechek, Kennedy nearly flipped on the exit at the Tri-Oval. Once a rising star in the sport, the grandson of Bill France Jr. is now NASCAR's Senior Vice President of Strategy and Innovation.
Boy, it sure has a look like maybe Chris Fontaine got into the back of that 8 truck of Nemechek, and unfortunately Ben Kennedy sure paid the price.
Earnhardt, then Baker, but Lake Speed and Darrell Waltrip, though they are not running with the leader, continue to keep pace with the leader. Where's the problem? In the first turn, a car slams the wall, flipping ends over end. A terrific accident here. More cars spinning, more colliding with the wall.
The brother of 1973 Winston Cup champion Benny Parsons was just getting his start in the Cup Series when this crash happened. In only his second start, Phil had the ride of a lifetime.
Phil got together, and all I seen was Phil's car flipping, and of course at the time I didn't know exactly who it was, and Fort went sideways. Somebody hit him and turned him sideways in front of me, and I think I hit Fort. And in fact, really, he got stung up on the hood of my car, but the car's messed up pretty bad, but I'm okay.
At Talladega, when you go so fast, sometimes I guess somebody has to pay the price.
Well, it is. It just so happened.
Trouble again off turn 2. Like Paul Menard.
3 cars involved this time. Make it 4.
Hey guys, we got caught up in it. He tried to get down, and they carried off of him.
See Joey Logano getting through there to 71. Bobby Labonte involved. Menard sitting on the racetrack trying to get that refired.
Paul Menard just got loose on the exit of turn 2 and spun in front of the field. There was nowhere to go for several drivers. Menard's time at Yates Racing was dreadful, running for them in the 2009 season and finishing 31st in points without a single top 10.
Picking his way through right along with Joey.
Stay low. Right on the apron there.
Actually gets into the back of Elliott Sadler there. See it wrinkle the bumper. Here we got one in trouble. Oh, Brian Vickers. Look at that. Wow. That's sliding right across the start-finish line.
That's coming off turn 4, and somebody did clear him, or he thought he was clearing some contact in the rear, probably.
Sorry, guys. I should have just spun it out. Sorry about that.
He tried to save it. Yeah, tried to save it.
On lap 23 of 334, rookie Brian Vickers found himself in trouble while fighting with Robbie Gordon. Vickers had a vicious hit and was luckily okay. Although Vickers had a tough first season, he would rebound after this crash and finish the season high 7th just 2 weeks later at Atlanta.
Other race cars. This is at full speed. Watch this.
Oh, man, what we call a tank slapper. And Kurt
Going in there.
Whoa! Carl gets tapped from behind. Look out! Could get hit. He gets Allgaier and then gets tagged by another car that comes into the view there. I can't see the number because they're backlit from the sun. It is the 32 of Brian Eichler, the 29 of Stephen Light. Oh, and Matt DiBenedetto is also involved in this.
After contact from Brad Keselowski, Carl Edwards was sent spinning in front of the field and was hit by a couple oncoming drivers. This was a crazy race, featuring 13 cautions thrown for incidents. This race was in the midst of an unbelievable run in the Nationwide Series for Edwards, who had 5 top 2-point finishes in a row, but only one of them crowning him champion.
People that want to talk to him, I think.
Yeah, pretty aggressive driving out of Brad right now. I mean, it's just, again, guys, let's get late in the race. Those guys up on the wheel and getting jacked up, but that was down the straight.
Yeah, that's a great move. You can see Jason Leffler really get loose there. Down in 1-2. Elliott's able to make that pass 2 at a time. Easy! No!
Oh, no!
What are you doing?
Leffler gets into him.
Oh, that's terrible.
And Almirola gets contact as well, and the caution is out. Clements gets involved.
Morgan Shepherd.
Here with
And the championship for Elliott Sadler might just be in a heap right now, as there is a red caution flag, and we may get a red flag here, we're being told.
After a largely disappointing Cup career, Sadler partnered with Junior Motorsports for the 2011 Nationwide season, and with 2 races to go, he was the championship favorite. Unfortunately, Jason Leffler put an end to his hopes after dive bombing him for 10th place, causing a massive crash. Although Sadler never ended up winning a championship, he finished second in points in half of his 8 years with the team.
These other two cars in jeopardy, and then Leffler just dumped him.
There's JD.
Marble at Talladega has brought out the caution flag for the 8th time. Bobby Labonte climbing from his car after a hard crash in turn number 2.
In one of the last superspeedway races of the tandem draft era, Michael Waltrip got into the back of Bobby Labonte. Labonte bounced off Landon Castle and nearly kept the car going straight until Kurt Busch slammed into the back of him. Superspeedways were a mix of fortunes in 2011 for Bobby, who scored his final career top 5 in the Daytona 500, but then crashed in the next 3 speedway races.
Wow, look at how high the back wheels of that car came off the ground in that hit. Just an indicator of how hard that collision was.
Running very well, but his push to his car wasn't. So they took the couple crash, Bill.
David Ragan brought out the caution for the 2nd time by himself, and our 4th caution of the race. He was involved in an earlier spin.
Well, I believe David Regan is that all.
Killed the right front.
Yes, you did, David. Said he killed the right front.
In his first Nextel Cup race, David Ragan wrecked all by himself before lap 50. Ragan came out of nowhere, running only 5 Busch races before his Cup debut, and was in the midst of a pretty mediocre Truck Series campaign.
Going to get at Dover today.
I'm not sure what started that.
That's weird.
Yeah, getting loose on the straightaway is pretty uncommon.
Jeff Gordon.
Oh, trouble right there. Martin and Hamlin and Regan Smith with a hard crash.
In front of you there. Stay focused. It's coming down. Watch it coming down.
Denny Hamlin turned Mark Martin straight into Regan Smith, causing this violent hit to the outside wall. After a dream season in the middle of the year where he scored his first win and several top 10s, the tail end of the 2011 season looked a lot like Reagan's first 2 seasons with the team, where they scored 0 top 10s in 50 races.
You see this, when Mark hits that right rear, the angle that it sends Regan Smith in the wall is tremendous.
Yeah, and it looked like what happened was Jeff Gordon had to check up just a little bit. He was closing on Tony Stewart.
Place on back. Oh, trouble. Johanna Long, Jamie Dick, 55, and more.
Yeah, Sam Hornish involved in that also, I believe. I think he'll have some front end damage.
99 Alex Bowman had that terrific run at Daytona a week ago.
After tagging the wall on lap 3, Johanna Long collected others in the crash, including Juan Carlos Blum. Blum was a promising Mexican driver who had competed briefly in the NASCAR Peak Mexico Series and picked up 5 wins in the NASCAR Mexico Stock Series. Even though he had this crash, Carlos finished a career best 26th, but unfortunately the Mexican would only compete in 8 more races before exiting the sport forever. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I want to thank you so much for supporting this series. I'm glad to see that you guys are still enjoying the series, as is one of my favorites to make. So that's pretty much it. Please remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Peace.